Okay. What's good, Freedom Marchers? This is Freedom's March, the Freedom's March channel. You know who this is, Tyrants Bane. I just want to do a quick live, real quick, to discuss what's going on with Freedom Convoy. Okay, so Justin Trudeau, you know, the president of Canada and the Ottawa Police and all these different organizations within the Canadian government, they're really trying to put the pressure on the Freedom Convoy. Okay, they're trying to give them, they're trying to fine them for honking, and they're seizing. Well, GoFundMe froze their $10 million, and now the government of Canada, they're trying to, they're trying to seize that money. Okay, they want to seize the money. They're saying that they want it to go toward paying for whatever disruptions in government activity is going on. They basically want to steal that money. Okay, now this is a very open and clear act of war, not only against the people, not only against the truckers that are a part of the Freedom Convoy, but against the people. Understand that this is a proxy war that this government is going to use as an example to those who step out of line and go against their narrative, go against you know, the tyranny. You understand what I'm saying? And because they don't have the Constitution like the United States. They don't have the right to keep and bear arms, freedom of speech, and all that shit. I'm pretty sure they have some form of a constitution and all this, but at the end of the day, it doesn't even really matter, right? Because we as human beings, we don't need a constitution to understand that we are free individuals, and men or groups of men, groups of elite men even, or better men, as they said back in the day when the Constitution was being formed, where they said that better men need to step up essentially and basically rule over the lesser men, right? And those better men are the elites. They're the George Washingtons and all these people who wanted to conform a federal government, that wanted to federalize the you know, the confederations, right? The Confederate States. Now, what do you do when there's a clear act of war against you from a much more powerful, seemingly, entity, right? One would think that the government of any nation is more powerful than its people. Why? Why do we believe that the governments of nations are more powerful than the people that live within the nations, that are ruled by them? Well, it's because, well, they rule over them, right? It's because we allow them to rule over us. But that power is illusory, right? That power is basically is basically given by the consent of the governed, right? We give consent to these elitists to govern over us. That's why they have this level of power that is perceived by us. And somewhere along the way, we lost sight of that. Okay? And the truckers, what those truckers are doing, they're saying, look, it's the consent of the governed. We do not consent to be governed in terms of this here situation with the Vaseline and all that shit. So we do not consent, and we're going to peacefully demonstrate and show you that we're not going to comply, right? We don't consent to be governed in terms of this. I got to get in here. I had to go to the laundromat because the brand new dryer I got from Best Buy doesn't fucking work. All right, and I'm pissed about it. Let me go up in here real quick and get this shit. Sorry about that, y'all. Xander, what's good? Hope the washer dryer gets fixed. Yeah, they're supposed to come out Tuesday and bring. They just have to replace it. It's, you know, they're just replacing it. Ain't no fixing it. Shit, hold on, guys. Yo, this is the most unprofessional live. I'm sorry, y'all. Yeah, yep. So yeah, basically, what I'm trying to say is, it's supposed to be consent of the governed. We need to stop giving our consent, and at the point which we give up our consent, we take, we stop giving consent, and they step down as rulers. That's how it's supposed to work, right? Those who don't want to be governed, right? Those who don't want to be governed need to make that be known and say, look, I don't want to be governed. It's supposed to be consent of the governed. I don't consent, so your rulership does not affect me. You understand? So that's how it's supposed to work, man. We should not have to sit up here and form a convoy and do none of that shit. Like, if they say, oh, we want you guys to take this Vaseline, to do this, to wear this face flag in order to live in society, in order to participate in society, despite what the science says, which has proven me right, the shit that I've been saying for the last 2 years, and others. At that point, I mean, even if that's not the case, it doesn't matter, right? What these truckers are going through right now, it shouldn't even be a thing. They should be able to say, nah, I don't think we're going to take the Vaseline, and we're still going to do our job. That's it. There's nothing more to be said about it. But that's what the power hungry do. The power hungry, they don't know how to let shit go. They don't know how to let their power go. Thanks mainly to us. We give them that power. We relinquish it every time we consent. Every time we bend, every time we yield, we give them more room to rule over us. Well, that shit has to stop, right? But they declared war. The Canadian government has declared war. And let's face it, we've been at war. We've been at war for a long time with the government, and it's taken many shapes. It's taken many shapes. But the war has to come to an end at some point, and the empire will fall. The question is, where will you fall when the empire falls? What space will you be in? Hold on, guys. Shit. Sorry about that. Yeah, this isn't this live right here is just, I just feel like coming on here and discussing this, man, because
turn right onto North Brickyard Road.
I just feel like it's important to discuss this because we have to understand what's going on. We have to. Otherwise, we're screwed. People think this is just, oh, they're protesting. They think that that's what this is about. This is not all this is about. It's not just about, well, they're protesting the Vaseline. No, this is about freedom. That's why they called it the Freedom Convoy. It's not just about, oh, do I want to, am I going to comply or not? That's not what this is. That's not all this is about. This is not just about Vaselines. This is not just about Modelo 19. This is not just about that. This is about everything that we've endured as people since governments have been around. Government, I know I keep beating this drum, right?
Approaching a railroad crossing.
I keep beating this drum because somebody has to hear it. I'm beating the drums so that others can beat their drums. Once we all start beating our drums, hell, there's nothing, you can't ignore it anymore, right? You can't play dumb. Yeah, and there are no street lights.
At the stop sign, turn right onto Faro Road.
There aren't any street lights where I live, and so yeah, it's dark. You won't be able to see me unless there's like a oncoming traffic with their lights go on or whatever. But yeah, there's no street lights. So you just gotta,
In 2.1 miles, turn left onto Marthin Road.
use your vehicle lights. No LEDs, no LED street lights.
Approaching a railroad crossing.
Well, there's some street lights right here, but for the most part, there are no street lights. There aren't no LED street lights blazing with their white light, disturbing your circadian rhythm. Oh man, let's just face it, man. We have to, at some point, we got to all beat our drums. And even beyond that, we're going to have to put down the drumsticks and pick up the freedom sticks. You understand what I'm saying? It has to come to that. You can't achieve freedom after a system of oppression has been ruling over you for so many hundreds of years. You can't do it peacefully. You know what I'm saying? You can start peacefully, and you can try. You can give them a chance. You can say, look, you know what? We want to give you a chance to do the right thing and give us our freedom back. You know, we're going to give you opportunity. And if they don't want to do that, if we try our damnedest to achieve our freedom peacefully for only so long, there's nothing much we can do about it anymore. We have to take it to the next level. And I'm hoping that these truckers don't have to face that conundrum, right? I'm hoping these truckers don't have to face that. I'm hoping they don't have to choose to do something a little bit more aggressive. And that, you know what it takes? It takes the people standing up. It takes the people, not just the truckers. It takes the people to stand up and say,
1 mile, turn left onto Marthin Road.
It takes the people to stand up and say, we're standing with these truckers no matter what, and we're standing for our freedoms as well. It's not just about the truckers, right? It's not just about the truckers' freedoms. It's about everyone's freedoms. The truckers, they were heroes, right? Remember that? Justin Trudeau, they were heroes. They helped keep the country going and all this other shit. And now they're villains. You know, who called them racist? It's just, oh, they're racist and they're, is this Marthin? Ooh, I don't know. This thing about these streets, man. Oh, damn. A street sign with a number on? I'm good. Yeah, I'm still learning these streets, y'all. And it's real dark. A lot of the street signs, you can't see them. But it's all good, you know what I'm saying? I'm figuring this shit out. Because I have a good sense of direction. And I got, the navigation helps a little bit. But what's funny is, some navigation don't even have my address. It doesn't have my address. So I have to find different navigational tools to just to get my address. Just for my address to show up and all that shit. It's just crazy. But I think I like that. I like that I can't find my address on the navigation in some cases. Like the address isn't even inputted into that some systems. So it's a blessing in disguise. Anyway, it takes for us to stand up, man. Like, look, I'm trying to do my part. I'm trying to do my part by marching toward freedom as methodically and strategically as I can. You guys know what I'm, you guys know I left California I came to South Carolina because I felt like it would provide me a better opportunity to do the things that I want to do, to achieve that freedom, to achieve that level of to achieve that level of independence, of self-sufficiency. And so that's what I did. You know what I mean?
At the next stop sign, turn right.
And I have more march to go. I have many more miles to march. You understand what I'm saying? I'm halfway there now. I'm halfway there. I'm trying to reach Freedom's Landing. That's what I'm trying to reach. Right now I'm marching. And we're marching together. You guys are on my channel. You guys watch the content. You guys get the information from me. But it's time to step it up. It's time for me to step up the content. And so that's what the plan is. That's what I'm doing. And I got the right people. I'm on the right side of the country with the right people to make that happen with. Because honestly, I can't do it by myself. I need a team. You know what I'm saying? And I found a couple members that can fit well into that team. And we're all leaders.
Turn left onto Foxview Road.
Everyone in my team, right? Everyone in my team that I'm trying to build this thing with, they're all leaders in their own right. I'm a leader, and that's what it takes. If you're not willing to lead to some degree, you know, then what can you do? Like, if you don't have your leaders around to make last minute snap decisions, then what are you going to do? Everyone can be a leader in their own right to some degree. You know what I mean? Not everyone can be a supreme leader or the main head honcho, but everyone can be a leader to some degree. Like, everyone has to have that level of self-sufficiency and independence in their minds. Otherwise, you're going to slow down what's being built. Real shit. You know? And then, you know, and that really goes for like the core group members, right? The core group members, and then those just outside the core.
At the stop sign, turn left onto
several layers
Road, then
of
turn
the
right
group
onto Pebble Branch Lane.
There will be several layers of the group where everyone has to be a leader in those first several layers. And then you have the people
turn right onto
outside of
Pebble
that.
Branch Lane.
You know, they're going to have minimal leadership skills. Not everyone's going to have the same level of leadership qualities. And that's okay. That's okay. Everyone can be useful, even if they're not leaders. They can be useful.
The destination is on your right, 759 Pebble Branch Lane.
But without that usefulness, you know, you got to cut people off, man. At some point, you got to realize when people are lost cause, when they're dead weight, and when you got to cut them off, or they don't have the energy. They're not meeting you with that same energy that you got. If they're not meeting energy for energy, you just gotta let it go. That's what it is. Because if you try to make them bring their energy up, if you try to force it, or if you keep trying to be encouraging and all that stuff, and it's just not helping, you gotta let it go. You gotta let it go. You gotta ask them, look, are you in this shit or not? Because I ain't got time for games. You gotta be straight up with it. You gotta be straight up, man, because this ain't no game. This ain't no fucking game, man. We're talking about building a movement. We're talking about building something for our children, right? We're talking about building something to secure our children's future, to protect our children, and to teach our children what they need to learn in this grueling future that might be coming up. And protecting our elders who have the wisdom. But between that, if you're between the elder and the youth, you got to bring that energy. If you can't bring that energy, there's no use for you. See what y'all talking about real quick. Another Russian bot. Okay. Jay Coffee Talk. I didn't know you changed your channel name. Yep. I changed it. You know, I'm just evolving. I'm evolving in my journey. And so my channel has to evolve with me, and my content is going to evolve. And it's just, it's time to manifest what you want. And that's what I'm doing. I'm just manifesting the things that I said I wanted to do for all these years. All these years I said, man, I need to get up out of Cali. I need to start making things happen. I need to start linking up with people who really are about that life. You gotta manifest it. You gotta just make shit happen. I decided, because we were going to stay in California a little bit longer. We were going to get an RV or whatever and be a little bit more mobile, so that if some shit happened, well, we can be on the road. We can hit the road. We can be mobile. But the shit didn't work out. And I said, fuck that. We're leaving California in February. By February. I said we're leaving in February. I said, we're getting the fuck out of here. I'm done. I've tried everything I could in California to make shit happen. It just ain't happening. So, boom. That's what I did. 2 months later. 2 months after I said that shit, here I am outside of fucking Cali, way on the other side of the country. And I made the shit happen because I said, fuck that. That's what men do, man. Real shit. That's what men do. They see a vision and they see how it's going to work, and it's logical. It wasn't an emotional decision. It wasn't an emotional decision. As a matter of fact, the decision to stay in California, way past what I wanted to stay in California for, was emotional, because it wasn't my emotional decision, right? It was emotional in terms of what my family wanted, right? What my wife wanted. My wife wasn't ready to leave California yet, and all that shit. So out of my love for her, I said, okay, we're gonna try to do things this way, that way, this way. And at some point I had to say, nah. And I had to deal with her anger and her emotions for a minute, making this logical decision to leave California. I had to deal with it. I had to deal with her sadness. I had to deal with her anger at me, and, oh, you can't just make these decisions just because blah, 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 you the man, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, look, we tried it in California. I've been wanting to leave California since 2015, at least since 2015, 2014, long before I got on YouTube. I've been wanting to leave California. I've been wanting to buy land. I've been wanting to start a farm, and I've been wanting to homestead and be self-sustainable and prepare. I've been wanting to do that. But I held that shit off for years, trying to do it your way, which was, she wanted to buy a house first in California. That way we can have home ownership in California, which is supposed to be valuable, and then we can leave or whatever. Now it's time for me to make that logic-based decision based on what I've been seeing, everything that I foresaw. I can't use it. I can't really come up with any other word than foresaw. Everything that I foresaw leading up to this point, since 2014, since 2013, everything that I foresaw that came into being in a way that I didn't really know exactly, but just the response to the shit, how people reacted, how the government asserted itself on the people. I saw that shit coming. I had a vision. I was a visionary. I'm a visionary. That's what it is. I can't even come up with no other words than that. And so I made that logic-based decision. I said 2022 is the fucking year to make it happen. To put yourself in a position to where if some shit happen, okay, you're gonna be at least halfway okay for some months or some years or for the rest of your life. Or if there's a huge paradigm shift to where everything's rocked on its foundation, everything's broken down and torn down, and you have to rebuild for you and your small community, you have to be able to be in that position this fucking year. At least for me. I think really for the entire country, for people who think like me, who want to make that next step, but they're kind of hesitant, right? Well, this is the year. I said that last year. I said that last year between me and the homie. I said 2021 is the year to make that fucking move. And I will say technically, I started that in 2021. In December, November, December, I said, okay, we're starting to make that move. And boom, I started making shit happen to go toward that goal. I feel like you have a little bit of a grace period in 2022. Get yourself in the fucking position to where you're going to make shit happen. Otherwise, don't, hey, I told y'all, this is the year. I turned 42 today. Yeah, I turned 42 today. And this is my 6th 7-year cycle. Every 7-year cycle, you know, in spirituality, there something big happens for that individual who has that 7-year cycle. And this was it for me. Making this move, coming here, getting out of California for good, starting to really hit the ground running. I'm out here. I got shit in the works. This is what my 6th 7-year cycle is about. And that 7th 7-year cycle, when I'm 49 years old, we'll see what happens. Jimmy Nguyen, what's good? Notice everyone stand up like trucker, nurse, firefighter, military, but only cops are the coward. Yeah. Yep. That's why I said I don't have any faith in cops. None. I can't. Because they're the enforcers of this bullshit. And we're still under their fucking rule. We're still under the elite's rule. The elites, they don't have any fucking power, really. The cops help them give the illusion of power. Our compliance relinquishes our power over ourselves when we comply and when we do what they want. It's a sad thing, really. Sage the World says, hey, Bane, congratulations on your in the family. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Jimmy Nguyen says she get used to it, Bane. Just like, oh, yeah, she loves it. Let me tell y'all, my wife loves it. Okay? She broke down a little bit one night, but she loves it. She's really loving it. The people, let me tell y'all something. The people are nicer. We went to the DMV. Everybody was nice in the DMV. It was kind of crazy how smooth everything went in the DMV. People are just it's nicer, man. Like they're more polite. They speak to you. Black people speak to you out here. White people speak. They say, "Hey, how you doing? Hello." Just what that shit don't happen in Cali. You ain't speaking to nobody in Cali. No one's speaking to you just to speak to you. The California DMV, everybody's a fucking asshole, acting like they owe you something or you owe them something. Motherfucker, we pay you. Anyway, that's just me. I digress. But I love it. I love the trees everywhere. Like I love lakes and rivers within minutes. I love that I can go to a trail in the woods within 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30. Like it's just these are the things that I wanted. Being in nature, being around this shit. You know, I'm looking forward to doing a lot more with my time here. It's going to be dope. Thank you, Sage the World. Appreciate it. Yeah. Anyway, guys, let me get up in here. I'm sure my wife is missing me. She was supposed to come with me to the laundromat, but my daughter was wigging out. My mom flew out from Chicago to, help celebrate my birthday and, help us get things straightened up in the house and all that shit. Get shit put in place and organized. Still waiting on the movers, the long distance movers to bring my shit. And I'm still kind of on Cali time. You know what I'm saying? I'm still a little bit on that, but I'm getting used to the 3-hour difference. I've been going to bed late, waking up late, you know what I'm saying? But it's all good because I don't start working till the 21st. So yeah, it's all good, man. Like y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna see. And I gotta go pick up my birthday present on Tuesday. I hate that I have to go through a FFL to get my birthday present, but It is what it is. I just go up there, give my ID, and you know they run a little stupid little 5-minute background check, and I pick it up. Fucking stupid. Anyway, there's stupid shit like that that don't even make no sense, man. Yep, good vibes indeed. I appreciate you guys, man. Let me get out of here. Look, make shit happen this year, man. Don't wait. Don't put it off, because we don't have too much longer. Okay, so make shit happen. Make it happen this year. Take that step, and let's keep marching forward toward freedom. Peace.